It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Friday morning, and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this, the 13th day of October 2023. Coming to you from a seasonably warm Bedford County, Virginia, after about a week of rather cool temperatures. Now we're going to be up to like 75 today, so just in time for me to jump in the car and drive over to Salem to get the lift installed. So probably have a video up this weekend about the installation of the lift so I can start using my C2 chair from Will Power Chairs. Not a whole lot of news this morning, folks. The lead story is Royal Caribbean canceled season for Rhapsody. MSC canceled Israel through January now. Explora 1 had her naming ceremony. Introducing Matsui Ocean Cruises. A weather update and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is National Yorkshire Pudding Day. I have to admit that it's not my favorite, but I don't dislike. I like pretty much any kind of pudding. Of course, Yorkshire pudding's a little different than most, but still, when I run across it, I will have some Yorkshire pudding. So, have some today. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podchaser, Stitcher, Pandora, iHeartRadio, any of them. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and voila, up pops the fat travel guy. If you're listening via the podcast and ever want to jump over to the video feed, you can do just that by going to the description of the podcast and click on the link. So sometimes you might want to check out pictures I'm using on that day's show, or video clips, or interviews. So that's always there in the description of the podcast. I'm going to throw one out for you, folks. If anybody's interested, because I'm interested, I'd like to see if somebody wants to go along. The January 8th, MSC Magnifica, sailing out of Miami. It's a 4-nighter. The price is exceptionally right, whether you're solo or double occupancy. You can always back-to-back it with a 3-nighter to make a 7-night outing. I've not been on the Magnifica, and it would give me a chance to do so. I don't have anything scheduled that week. So if anybody's interested in joining me on the Magnifica on a dirt cheap cruise, let me know. Maybe we'll see if we can't put something together for it. If you haven't done so already, folks, please give us a thumbs up, smash that button. That helps us out a lot. And take this as my entertainment, my invitation to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't done so already, the bell notification will let you know when I go live or when a new video is up. All right, we got a couple of things to cover here this morning before we get to the news. This was from Janine. She's on the Silver Nova or one of those fancy ships. I got to ask her about this, but she has butler service for her bath. Now, personally, that sounds a little kinky to me, but, I guess on those high-class ships, you get some little different things. Butler service for her bath. And this is Joy. she's in Jordan now. She says being a war refugee has its benefits. These are the boys from Qatar. So I guess she's having some fun with them. She's so much fun to be around. So I could see how they would be most interested in that. This is Rob Stings. He's on the Arvia this week and in Marseille. Our friend Bubba posted this one. This is Erica on the Volendam Lido deck. Says she's got that smile on her face 24/7. I did hear from Elizabeth this morning. She's in Montenegro today. And a few shots from Montenegro. This is a cafe that she has had lunch. And she was a little disappointed with her lunch today. It looks like some penne pasta to me. She said it was a little on the bland side. If she'd known that, she would have just eaten on the boat before she got off, because they haven't had any bad food at all on this cruise. So, all right, let's get to the weather, guys. A little bit of weather this morning, not a whole lot. And it ate the weather map. How about that one? So we're going to go down here real quickly and bring that up. Of course, if you remember yesterday, it's pretty similar to yesterday. All right, so there's the weather map. Sean is moving west-northwest over open waters. Currently, it's about 1,100 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands. Maximum sustained winds are 45. She's moving west-northwest at 13. Pressure is 1,004. A turn toward the northwest with a slight decrease in forward speed is expected over the next couple days. Gradual weakening is expected, and Sean is forecast to degenerate to a post-tropical remnant low by the weekend. Now, the other one, the yellow X that's trailing along behind Sean, we got to start watching this one a little closer. It's a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles south-southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. It continues to produce a few disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Gradual development of this disturbance is expected for the next couple days. However, environmental conditions are expected to become much more conducive for development by the end of the weekend, while the disturbance begins to move westward across the central tropical Atlantic. Additional development is expected after that, and a tropical depression is likely to form early in the weekend to the middle portion of next week as the system moves steadily westward. They're saying the next 2 days, 10%, so that's not probably going to do much. But then formation over the next 7 days is high at 70%. So we definitely got to start watching this one, guys. It could be, a little tricky. All right, I'll be back with today's news after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. And the first story today comes from our friends at Royal Caribbean. As the tensions in Israel continue, Royal Caribbean International has elected to fully cancel the remainder of the season for Rhapsody of the Seas, which is currently homeported in Haifa. A total of 7 sailings are impacted, and booked guests will be receiving refunds for the now canceled cruises. The complete list of impacted departure dates are October 9th, 13th, 18th, 23 and 27th, as well as November 1st and November 6th sailings. Royal Caribbean also has informed the public that 2 sailings on Odyssey of the Seas, ports are being substituted in Turkey and Cyprus, and Celebrity Apex has adjusted its current itinerary, a 10-night Israel, Egypt, and Mediterranean sailing to avoid both Israel and Egypt because of the regional violence. Two MSC cruise ships, the MSC Musica and the MSC Sinfonia, have had multiple itineraries adjusted to remove upcoming visits to Israel through early January. This has been decided based on the ongoing regional conflict and to ensure the safety of guests and crew members. The Musica, the impacted voyages are 7-night sailings round trip from Piraeus, with departure dates of October 15th, 22nd, and 29th. And on the Sinfonia, the departure dates are October 21st, November 1st, 12th, and 23rd, December 4th, 15th, and 26th, and January 6th. Please contact your travel advisor if you have not received notice from MSC Cruises. Luxury cruise line Explora Journeys will christen its first ship, Explora 1, at a ceremony in New York, which was held yesterday. She is the first of 6 vessels planned for the new line, which is a brand of MSC Group, owner MSC Cruises. New York's Manhattan Cruise Terminal was the site of a maritime celebration when Explora Journeys' first ship, Explora 1, was officially named by her godmother, Dr. Sylvia Earle, the noted marine biologist, oceanographer, and explorer. MOL Cruises, headquartered in Tokyo, Japan, has introduced the company's new cruise line, Matsui Ocean Cruises. At the same time, the company has revealed the Matsui Ocean Fuji as the designated name for the line's newest edition, with the vessel set to commence passenger operation in December of 2024 and embark on a round-the-world cruise in 2025. All right, that's going to wrap up the news portion of the show. So let's go see who's fussing at me in the chat room. All right. Hi there, Tom Sear. Mike's with us. Good morning, Mike. Steve's here from Kentucky. Hi, Steve. There's Dennis. He says they're called bath butlers and common in top tier accommodations. I know, but I got to give Janine a hard time about it just because she's Janine. Katie's with us, says good morning to everyone. I have a teacher work day, so catching up on paperwork at a very quiet school with no students. Robert's with us. Good morning, Robert. Sounds like an ideal classroom, Katie. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I knew Dennis would be fussing at me. Sinfonia. Musica. Okay. I keep trying, Dennis. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Again, I'm going to be, as soon as I get the show processed and the podcast up, I'm going to be jumping in my car and heading to Salem. Yesterday afternoon, I did, because I didn't want to be pushing it today, I took the the chair apart. It's relatively simple, even with my problems with lack of oxygen. But I took it apart, got it loaded into the car, and yes, I had to stop because of the breathing a couple times. But it took me about 15 minutes to do it and get it loaded. I did find that the two really heavy pieces, the heaviest pieces of the four, are roughly the same weight as my current chair, the one that Hot Air Tom lifted into my car once. However, the heavy pieces on this are much easier to handle, even though the weight's there. You can actually hold on to something that is sensible. So it's pretty easy to load. So anyway, got that all done yesterday, so I can just jump in the car and drive. Okay, so Dennis is correcting something else here. No phone, not phone. Yeah. Sinfonia. Not phonia. Sinfonia. I need to break it up more. Sinfonia. Musica. Okay. I'll keep working. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the weekend. I hope you guys have something fun planned for the weekend. I'm probably going to do quite a bit of work. At least I hope I am. You never can tell on weekends, however. That's going to wrap it up for now. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. I'll see you with probably a clip on the new lift for the C2 power chair sometime this weekend. Y'all have a fantastic day and a fabulous weekend. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.